Alrighty.
What is happening? What is
How
happening?
you
What is happening?
darn?
You hinted.
How you darn? How you darn? How you darn?
How you darn?
How you darn, y'all? How you darn? Let me know how you darn, y'all.
How you darn?
Something's wrong with me. I need to see a doctor. What's good, people? What's good? We are a little bit late today. We recorded a ton of content for you guys just now. Woke up really early our time, and I think the content was good. I think the content was good this week.
Yeah, talk it up, huh?
Like other weeks, it's terrible now. You know, like I thought it was good content. Excited for you guys to watch what we made, and you know, was really grateful for all the support over there on the redraft channel as well. So if you guys don't know, we do have a redraft channel, and we just released our rankings for our running backs and our wide receivers. We got quarterback breakouts coming this week for redraft leagues, and really excited for you guys to see that. So check that out. What's up, J-Rock? What's up, Gator? Gator says, joke of the day: the past, the present, and the future walked into a bar. It was tense.
It
You get it?
It was tense. I did get it. Yes.
I like it. What's up, X Rah Rah? I'm gonna say that. That's what I'm gonna say now.
On war.
What's up, J Rock? Saying any fellow India league mates here. What's up, Daniel with a how you darn? What's up, Drusif with a dab on him, Andy? Billy says, who's gonna replace Saquon in Badaki's heart? We'll have to find out, because if we hit 100 likes, he's gonna have to denounce him forever.
Maybe Gibbs.
Jameer, love it.
Jameer next year. I'm believing.
What's up, Shane? What's up, Gator? What's up, Thomas? What's up, Billy? Ravers, Steve. What's good, brother man? Jamar. Apparently, he sent you a trade he wants you to accept. What's up, JC? What's up, Cole?
Another trade. Let's see.
We got a great stream for you guys today. We are full of energy. We have just spent the past 2.5 hours recording content, and we got more content to record in 2 days from now, but we are full of energy, ready to have a great mock draft with you guys here. If you have yet to drop a like, could you show us some love and hit that like button?
You like that?
You like that?
Just drop a like if you don't mind. Every like that you drop helps us grow the channel. It helps us reach more people. It helps us expand. It helps us, you know,
absolutely
helps the channel grow. It's the old algorithm.
The old algorithm, you know, the interwebs, the internet, you know.
Yes.
Ralph wrecks the internet.
Wreck-It Ralph?
Wreck-It Ralph. Have you seen Ralph wrecks the internet though?
Is that number 2?
Wreck-It Ralph? Yeah.
Is this a sequel?
Yeah, it's like when they, like the video game store gets like a Wi-Fi router.
Yeah.
And they go into Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And they just start going to all these different places.
Okay, right.
Anyways.
I have seen the sequel. I didn't remember it as much as I remember the first one was fantastic, but
the first one was great, 100%. Yeah. Such a good movie.
Okay, so we have a startup mock draft today. Badaki, how do people join today's startup mock draft?
Absolutely. Super simple, super easy. Join our Discord. That's all you have to do. Go in the description below. It says join
step 1.
Discord here. That is, yeah, super simple, super easy. Join the Discord here. Click on the Discord link. Then you go to Dynasty Damn It and then Dynasty Mock Draft tab, where we always post the links there. You can see it. All our future posts there, and other people like to talk in that, or they like to comment while I say this, usually. But go there, join our mock draft, or join our Discord, and then join the Dynasty Mock Draft tab. That's where we post our Dynasty one. And then if you see right above it, it says Redraft Mock Drafts. That's where we post our Redraft Mock Draft links, whether that is, you know, redraft or rookies. Come through. It's actually really exciting. I wonder how many people we have in the Discord. I think over 600 people now, which is awesome.
I think we're
if I'm not
close.
mistaken.
I think we're close.
And that's where we dropped the link. But yeah, that's also really exciting. We have a really good and strong community there. They post a lot of, you know, trades. People asking about trade information and need help with some trades or breaking news. They have good conversations.
Yeah, it's a good community over there. People got each other's backs, and you know, always talking Dynasty, always talking fantasy. So it's a good squad over there in the Discord community.
Absolutely. So it's really good.
All right, so you know, Badaki just told you how you can join today's mock draft. It's by joining the Discord And then Badaki is going to paste the link to today's mock draft in the Dynasty Mock Drafts text channel.
Let's
so
just get straight
Badaki,
into it.
why don't you go ahead and do that? Why don't you do the deed?
Let's do.
While you're doing that, Juicer says Bateman or London in Dynasty. Who you got? I think I would go London still.
London.
But I do like Bateman. But I think I'm going London over Bateman. What's up, Mark? He likes that. What's up, Monty? Taylor Cole says, "A India. I'm not greedy, fam. Just give me the 103." Al Reels, what's up, brother? Mercedes, ready for this draft order reveal. Diego here, currently on my girlfriend's phone because I'm drafting hella underdog puppy drafts. I love it.
Love that. Love that.
93 days till kickoff. What's up, Whoopsie? He says, in a dynasty draft in a 10-man league superflex, Justin Jefferson and Najee dropped to me at 110 and 201 respectively. I couldn't believe Jefferson fell that low. Really well done. Yes, it did fill up quick. It does fill up quick nowadays. But here we go, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We are doing a superflex mock draft. 1 quarterback, but you do have the super flex, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and 2 flex spots. It is PPR. It is not tight end premium. We're going to go ahead and start the draft, and I will take the sound off until all the quarterbacks go off the board. That way we don't hear the wow, 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 wow. Yeah, it's a little bit much.
London. La, 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 la.
By the way, Badaki, you are uploading today's videos, right?
I am uploading today's videos. I'll tell you the exact number. It's 57 to 63. 57 to 63.
Wow. All right, I'm on the clock here. And yeah, I mean, this isn't too hard. It's Justin Herbert for me in a Superflex league. By the way, guys, we are doing a draft order reveal for the India League, okay? So we're doing that right after today's live stream. So hang around. It's going to be fun because we're actually using a website that we haven't used yet. Normally we do the draft order reveal through hats, but we're trying a new site where it's basically a 100-yard dash and you have these players and it's an algorithm that does it for you. And it's very, very entertaining. Badaki and I did it by ourselves and we were yelling at the screens.
Yeah, it was actually really fun. So I'm excited to see how that turns out today. It's a little bit different than what we've done before and shake it up.
Yeah. All right, so Burrow goes at the 104, then Kyler at the 105, Lamar at the 106. So we see 6 quarterbacks off the board in a row, which I think is the smart move there. Now you kind of have to make a decision here, especially with the most recent news around Deshaun Watson. We don't really know what's going to happen at this point.
Deshaun Watson.
The NFL cares more about money than anything else, so I think that says something, but we'll see. I mean, who knows what's possible here. There goes Jamar Chase at the 107. And then Justin Jefferson. It feels like they're always back-to-back.
Yeah, always back-to-back here. And then goes Jonathan Taylor, the first running back off the board. Not bad. Not bad. This feels very, very good if you are in this position.
Not bad. Good size.
Not
so
bad.
Let's see what Team 110 does here. Now, Badaki, if you're doing a startup draft today, are you taking Watson at the 110? He goes there. Are you scared enough to not take the shot on Watson's upside here? Or do you feel confident enough to still take him at the 110?
I recently took Deshaun Watson at the 110. I took Justin Jefferson, if I'm not mistaken. I took him at the 1-9, actually. I think it was 1-9.
Yep.
The 108 and then the 1-9 I took Deshaun Watson. If I am taking Deshaun Watson, I am securing a QB3 that I believe in, and that's exactly what I did. I took Deshaun Watson, Matthew Stafford, and then I took Zach Wilson in the later rounds. If you do draft Deshaun Watson, you have to solidify a third quarterback. And when I say a third quarterback, I'm thinking of the Derek Carrs, the Zach Wilsons, the Tuas, the Mac Jones, the Kirk Cousins. That's who I'm thinking of to be my QB3 for this year.
Okay. If
Deshaun Watson is not playing, because we don't know. The expectation is he's probably going to miss the whole season. And I guess you can say worst case scenario is 8 games.
How weird was it what his lawyer said? Did you see what his lawyer said?
Wow.
No.
His lawyer was on a talk show and basically said, because I saw it on Pat McAfee, his lawyer said something along the lines of, just so we're all on the same page, like a happy ending isn't illegal unless you pay for it. Essentially, that's essentially what he said. Deshaun Watson's lawyer on a live radio show said those words. As if you could have made a dumber statement as the guy defending someone who is currently being, portrayed as someone who's done something really dodgy during massage sessions. Like, hey, thank you so much, Luke. Thank you for the sub, Luke. But isn't that like?
That is that. First of all, I didn't hear that.
Second of all, you just don't say that if you're. That's like Amber Heard being like, Amber Heard's lawyer. Well, they pretty much did this, but I mean, that's like Amber Heard's lawyer being like, look, this trial isn't about if Amber Heard was abusing Johnny Depp. Like that's kind of like same vibes. It's like, what? You realize you're literally talking about what everyone is unsure of. Anyway.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I don't know what to really think of it.
It's crazy.
I'm just gonna make a pick here. Sorry.
Now, while he's making a pick, shout out to the 57 people watching the stream. If the algorithm brought you here, welcome. If you like Dynasty, if you like fantasy, if you like NFL, we hang out. We talk about Dynasty. It's pretty chill. You're welcome to say whatever you want in the chat. But if you could show your boys some love and hit that like button. 54 people watching. If at least 10 of you, if you hit the like button right now, we can hit 40 likes together, and that just helps us. Grow the channel. So every like really does grow the channel. Appreciate your support. So you went Jalen Hurts there at the 2-7. I don't like that, but I've seen it happen a lot, and that's okay.
Yeah, I switched it up. Usually I would take another guy there. I wanted to see how I felt here. I do have the 106 in one of the leagues, and I want to switch it up. I don't want to always take the same guy.
Yeah.
So why not try and switch it up with Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, two rushing upside quarterbacks that could be deadly.
Okay. I'm gonna look at my rankings because really I wanted Breece Hall or Swift. I was gonna say CD gone. He's gone. I think the next player for me is probably going to be T. Higgins. So really, I'm in between T. Higgins here. Well, I don't want to say because I'm about to be on a turn. I'm just gonna make the pick T. Higgins. If you guys watched our redraft top 12 video on the redraft channel, which I'll go ahead and link that again, you will have heard my opinions on T. Higgins this year, and I really do believe there's a breakout year ahead for T. Higgins. All right, I'm catching up with the chat. What's up, Mark? What's up, Lakers? He says, is it worth having Mahomes, Dak, Watson, and Tua? It's a 10-team league. I mean, is it a super flex league? Because sure, I mean, you could probably sell one of them, but I would say
I think I would sell one of them in a 10.
I'd probably look to sell Dak, I think, and then keep Mahomes, Watson, and Tua, because I think Dak is like the best return on value for those players, and you don't want to sell Mahomes.
Yeah, I agree. Steve thinks old Rusty had a few of those happy endings in his day.
Oh my gosh.
That's so funny.
That is it's so ironic that happened. That's one of those moments in life where you just can't explain how stupid it is that someone would do something like that. Like, this is the guy literally defending him from what people have said he's done.
He probably went with him.
Yeah, he probably it was a couple's massage.
Honestly, and then Jay Slasher says they haven't denied there was sexual conduct, just was just that it was consensual. If that's the truth, then what the lawyer said is true and not illegal. Which, to be fair,
it's true. It's not. It might not be illegal.
Technically, that is true. Doesn't mean, that other things can have happened that maybe we didn't know. So
right. Can the NFL suspend someone if something wasn't illegal? Maybe that's the question we have to start asking ourselves. But look at it even with the Johnny Depp case. The court of public opinion is sometimes even more important than anything else. And right now he is getting absolutely bashed in media, whether it's right or whether it's wrong. But it's crazy, man. It's crazy that like, look, if you're defending him, why even say that? Do you know what I mean? Like, why even say that?
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know that Deshaun Watson was all that happy that he said that either. But Lakers says, fantasy-wise, Joe was never better than Kyler. He's overhyped. It's crazy. Well, he did step into a really good groove there at the end of the year. I think he's going to step in with more confidence. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, got great weapons around him. Joe Mixon. I think, if I'm betting on Joe Burrow or Kyler Murray this year, I'm going Kyler Murray. But if I'm betting in Dynasty, and I want to think about the next 10 years, hopefully your leagues can last that long, right? But if I'm betting Dynasty, then I'm probably betting on the guy who's a, mold of, more the Tom Brady mold rather than the guy who's got mobility. But man, what will it look like if his athleticism falls off? So in the same breath, Kyler Murray is absolutely still in this conversation. But yeah, I do think I'm betting on Burrow still.
Yeah, I definitely am betting on Burrow. Situation, I think it's better. We'll see what happens with Kyler Murray. You know how I feel about Kyler Murray, the cockroach himself.
I still love Kyler Murray, but I think in Dynasty, I am still going to slightly lean Burrow. I just feel better about the longevity and also the weapons around him long term. I mean, he's got great weapons for a long time.
Chase, Joe. I mean, there is definitely some. We're going to see some success from Joe.
Definitely took him a while to pop off.
Success with Kyler. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Kyler's still going to be great. I think he's one of those guys. I'll say this: Joe Burrow probably doesn't have a quarterback one finish in him. I'm being honest. I don't know that he does. I think he has multiple top 5 finishes.
I would say the opposite. I think he can.
Because of his lack of ability to rush, I don't think he does. But I would say Kyler Murray, Lamar, these guys do have that quarterback one finish, but I don't know that they have the longevity of a Joe Burrow. That's how I feel about it, at least.
Okay. Okay. What else we have? Raw. Is there a dynasty I can join after India if I sign up? Yeah, absolutely. If you sign up to the Golden Goat Dynasty League, you can definitely join our Juliet.
Yes.
That is the one we opened up already. We do have a couple people that already signed up to Juliet.
We have 8 spots left.
We go by the NATO alphabet here. But yeah, patreon.com/fantasylandfan. Maybe Zach can post it in the chat.
Yes,
Click on that. Sign up for the Dynasty Golden Goat one.
Yeah, make sure that you ask us any questions before you sign up. Make sure you read the tier thoroughly.
Absolutely.
We're always free to chat on Discord if you have questions about that or anywhere. Drew says NFL suspended Brady because cold weather deflated a football. True. Didn't have anything to do with sexual stuff though, so it's a little bit different, but I get it.
I mean, that actually affected the game though.
Yeah.
Steven says, obviously this is affecting people's lives, but
totally.
What do I know?
Yeah, fair. And Steven says NFL can and does suspend guys for legal stuff. Fair enough. Billy says, I think the next one is Juliet, and I believe it is open. You are correct, Billy. Zach says, can we expect a redraft mock after this? Not after this one today. However, tomorrow we absolutely will be doing. We actually have 2 redraft mocks this week. One tomorrow, and then one 2 days from now. Okay, so well, 3 days from now technically. So we do have 2 PPR mock drafts this week on the redraft channel, which is exciting. Noah says, all right, I'm back on my account. Not feeling too hot about that draft. It's all right.
Okay.
Zach says, to be fair, I have always heard people say play Dynasty in 3 to 4 year windows. And if that's the case, K1 is still going to be better than Burrow in that time. I think, yeah, it just depends. Are you playing in a league with people that you trust, with people that you do think are in it for the long term? Because if you're playing with people that you trust, or in a competitive league where people are kind of putting in equal effort, it just depends on how you view that and the people that you play with. Hopefully it's in leagues with people who are really competitive, I mean, Badaki and I are in a home league. All of our follower leagues are really competitive, and I love them. Oddly enough, our home league, a lot of the guys they just care about NFL season in the NFL season. They're not built like us, like all of us watching.
Yeah, it's a little bit different for them, so.
Yeah. Kyle says, you see Dalton Schultz is holding out. I did see it, and Who knows? Maybe the Jake Ferguson thing is gonna happen sooner rather than later. You know.
You know what I mean?
You guys know I've been talking about Jake Ferguson for a minute now. So maybe that transition happens sooner rather than later here. Joshua Jenner, that must be you there in the chat, brother. We did see you sign up to Patreon, so huge love for the sign up. You will be in our Juliet League. Just make sure you submit your deposit, and then we'll send you some information here after the stream. Get you all caught up on all the information, and appreciate the love, man. Thanks for joining our leagues.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. You know what? I'm going to take a guy that I normally don't take. Once again. Actually, no. I am going to
get autoed. And you did.
It's okay. I had him in my queue.
Wow, you're not even an ETN guy.
I actually saw another guy that I should have taken, and I do have him. I do have him significantly high, and I just saw that he was available, so I should have went the other route.
Okay.
But I won't say the name because he's still kind of down low on the ADP. But yeah, I think you know who I'm talking about. I probably should.
Sure, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
I would have taken him, and I think that's why I was saying, dang, ETN and this guy is available.
Zach says, harsh reality is most Dynasty leagues don't last past 5 years. Unfortunately, that is true. I find that most cases, scenarios, typically it's lack of competition or people just don't care anymore. So
yeah,
hopefully if your leagues are competitive and people care about them, they will last. But it does take the right people who really care about Dynasty in the off season and to get there, to have a successful league. And also established rules, which we have officially made this very long document with all of our established rules, including, information on tanking, collusion, draft order reveals, rookie draft order, fab, waiver wires, all that jazz. We've made a frequently asked questions page. Ferguson won't be huge this year. I don't think he will be either. I'm viewing him as a taxi squad guy. Ronnie says, just curious how that would help Ferguson. Schultz is holding out for a contract extension and might get it. Well, you just said he might get it. That's kind of where I'm coming from. Maybe he does get it. If he does get the contract extension, it's definitely a different conversation, but there's also no guarantee that he does. So I think it's a very interesting conversation, but we'll see what the Cowboys end up doing. The cap doesn't matter to an extent. At some point, the cap does matter, and they do have to make, really hard decisions. So it does obviously matter what decisions they're planning on making, because if they do sign Schultz to a long-term contract, they're going to have to say no to a lot of other players that are on deals or have expiring contracts, and their cap is one of the most interesting caps in the NFL. They're currently spending the most money on the running back position of any NFL team. So do they want to keep Zeke, or do they want to sign a guy like Schultz? We'll see. Depends on what he's asking. They definitely could get a deal done, and that definitely could hurt Jake Ferguson. But at the same time, this is a guy who's not even being drafted in rookie drafts. He's just a taxi squad guy. So yeah, I think he's a great guy to have on the taxi.
I think they will get a deal done. I'm not necessarily worried about Dalton Schultz. I think they tagged him for a reason, because they want to bring him back.
Yeah,
and solidify him as a top tight end. They need a tight end in this offense. They always have.
Yeah,
they needed to find that guy, and Dalton Schultz brings a little bit of a different aspect to them. So we'll definitely see. It's going to be very interesting if they don't re-sign him, or if they don't agree to something.
It will be interesting.
But I think there's still so much more time. They have a whole nother month and a half until the season, at least true camp has started, because right now it's just mini camp for the week, I think. So
sure.
Yeah.
Joseph says, I've been in my high school keeper league for 17 years. That's awesome. Babe HD says, what's your highest stakes Dynasty league? We don't have enough money to play in any leagues that are like $1,000 buy-in, but we have a couple $150 buy-in leagues. So winner gets around 1,000, close to that, which is pretty sick. JW says,
oddly enough, our friend league.
Yeah. JW says, if commissioners make everyone pay a year ahead, Dynasty tends to last a good while. That's true. Deposits are very important in Dynasty as well. Steven says, can I ask if those guidelines came as a result of implementing them in other Dynasty leagues, or if this is the first time applying them? I would say it's a combination of a couple things.
Yeah.
Let me just make my pick here real quick. I think
Thank you, Josh, brother. We just got your deposit.
I'm gonna go Kim
So we'll send you
Walker here.
we'll send you some information here soon about everything that about everything.
Yeah, as far as the guidelines that we've made, those frequently asked questions and guidelines and rules for our leagues, those were all things that we have constantly said in random leagues as people have asked them. Like, we've always had these rules, except for the tanking rule, which we established because of issues in our home league last year, and we just decided that they were pretty good rules to adopt for our follower leagues. But everything outside of the tanking rules that are there are just things that, if it's come up in a group chat in one of our leagues, we've told people this is how it is, and we were like, you know what, it would be a really good idea to put everything in one document, because it's going to be much easier for us to point people towards this document rather than typing out the same information. So essentially, really, the reason we made it, someone suggested it in one of our leagues that we make one, and in our mind we were like, you know what, we keep kind of saying the same thing, so it would be good for us to have a location for people to view all the rules all together. So that's kind of how it came about, and just, it's kind of black and white. It makes it black and white now.
Yeah, it's just exactly, it makes everything black and white, gives more people an understanding, instead of usually we have people message us like, hey, do you have rules? I'm like, yeah, you know, we have this and this, you know, just don't do this. Where now we can just, hey, just read this document when you sign up.
Yeah,
you can, you know, all the rules is all in one place, and we can add and build or take away from that document if need be, moving forward. So
yeah,
I think it's good. It's something that I think we needed.
What's up, Mozzie? He says, where do you have Lamb ranked amongst Dynasty wide receivers? I have him as my wide receiver 3, but I very much, my wide receiver 3 to 8 is my tier 2, and I'll be honest, it's very shaky as far as my confidence in where these guys will go. Like, I'll say that, let me explain. All these guys are in a very, very similar tier for me. Like, I don't think the difference between CeeDee Lamb and, let's say, AJ Brown's in that tier, Waddle, DK Metcalf, like T Higgins, I don't know that their career paths or their career trajectories are all that different to each other. So I feel like CeeDee Lamb I definitely feel most confident about him as far as my tier 2 guys. He's my wide receiver 3, but I don't have like so much confidence in him that I think he's such a huge difference between him and AJ Brown or Jalen Waddle or Metcalf. You know, that's kind of where I am right now. It's a lot of things happen this offseason to make my tier 2 quite murky.
Right. For me, I think he's in the best situation. He's the clear wide receiver 1 on a team outside of, at least in this tier, outside of Stephon Diggs in within my tier. So I think he's a clear wide receiver 1. I think there's great opportunity for him compared to everyone else. I think that's what sets him apart from everyone. He's still with a great quarterback. Everyone in my tier 2 is either the wide receiver 2 or the wide receiver 1 with a good wide receiver 2, you know, with somebody that does take opportunity away, like an AJ Brown with Devonta, T Higgins with Jamar, Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson, you know. So
yeah, that's kind of why I'm saying, that's exactly why I'm saying that the tier 2 is shaky. I still have CeeDee Lamb at the top of it, but it's not as strong as it felt at the beginning of the offseason.
Yeah, I get you. Let's see where we're at. I'll take it there. I wouldn't take him there if it weren't for the stack. Who are we talking about? Dak and
CeeDee Lamb. Yeah.
Right.
Kyle says, I disagree about why they tagged him. I think they tagged Schultz so they could have a vet until the guy they draft to replace him is ready next year. That's kind of what I've been alluding to with Jake Ferguson. Okay. I don't know if you're saying that they're going to draft someone next year. Maybe. Who knows?
I'm assuming, yeah. That's
Cowboys, they haven't really spent high draft capital on a tight end. Maybe there hasn't been a time that they've loved enough, but I think a guy like Schultz really fits their their team, I think they would want someone really cheap. That's why Jake Ferguson just keeps screaming out to me as like a potential replacement. I think in their eyes, they view him as like, if we need to, we can break glass with Jake Ferguson. I don't think at all my opinion is that it's absolutely going to happen, but I think that's kind of their fail-safe.
Right. I hear you.
But yeah, I get where you're coming from, Kyle. Shout out to Burt's Bees. We're definitely not sponsored by them, but man, it's the only chapstick.
Shout out to Burt's Bees. Shout out to Blaze.
Zaxi says Saquon and Allen Robinson or Deontay Johnson and James Conner. Sheesh, that's hard.
That is a tough one.
That is tough. I'm not a big Deontay Johnson guy. I think I'll feel more confident.
I think I feel more confident. I mean, this is not biased at all, but I definitely feel more confident in Saquon and Allen Robinson compared to Deontay and James Conner. Allen Robinson, better quarterback. Saquon, we know what he can do if he can stay healthy. Deontay Johnson, rookie quarterback, or Mitch Trubisky, and then James Conner, can he stay healthy?
Right.
You know, so I think I feel more confident in Saquon and Allen Robinson.
Yeah, I'm just not
Deontay's
a huge
targets.
Deontay guy. So I will probably lean the other way. Gibson, Hollywood Brown. We had Mac Jones in the 5th, Derek Carr, Tom Brady in the 6th. That's much earlier than we've seen him go. But, you know, T. Gray is on the edge there, so I assume he did want to kind of grab him. Didn't want to take the chance that he wouldn't be there on the next turn. Excuse me. Nick Chubb at the 5'10". To me, it's quite crazy the difference between Saquon and Chubb's ADP. I keep seeing Saquon go super early, and Chubb keeps going super late. I guess maybe if Deshaun Watson, there was no issues, people would be more confident in Chubb. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, that is the expectation. Maybe they're drafting him with the expectation Deshaun playing and this offense changing significantly to where then maybe not going to run the ball as much. But I mean, if we're drafting Deshaun Watson, well, technically we're drafting Deshaun Watson as if he's playing at the 110. But if we start to draft Nick Chubb as if Deshaun Watson isn't playing, then he should probably go higher. I hear you.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Plays, yeah.
Kyle says I was trying to imply Ferguson would be the replacement. Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I definitely get where you're coming from, Kyle. We're on the same page. Mark says, give me Chubb. Jerry says, is the Gibson hate going too far? I saw a league mate trade him away for James Cook straight up. But Aki and I think see this very differently. But I do strongly believe that the Gibson hate has gone too far. And, you know, it's so funny because before the draft, Badaki and I, we kept saying that this class was so bad and that Breece Hall and Kenneth Walker were the only guys that could, you know, really be workhorse players. And now Brian Robinson is there and people are freaking out. I don't know. I personally understand that it's something to be concerned about, and I understand the concern. But in the same breath, I do think it's definitely being over exaggerated. We got people dropping Gibson out of like their top 24 rankings as if he hasn't finished as an RB1 in the past 2 seasons, and as if he's not more talented. As if he's not more talented than all the running backs in that backfield already. So for me, I think the talent does win out. I think Robinson absolutely will have a role, but I keep hearing, well, what if they don't re-sign Gibson? Is that really is anyone upset if they don't re-sign Gibson? We keep talking about him being held back by Washington. So if we're betting Dynasty, if your reason is what if they don't re-sign him, does that really upset you? You really want him to stay in Washington? And is he not more talented than Brian Robinson? So I just think he's way more talented. He's already been a top 12 guy 2 years in a row. His usage will change, of course, but yeah, I do think he's being massively undervalued in the community. He definitely should be in everyone's top 20 dynasty rankings still, based off of the talent, based off of the age, based off of what he's already shown us.
Yeah, very interesting. Sorry, I'm just thinking about who I'm going to pick here.
We got Sky Moore off the board, then Elijah Mitchell and George Kittle. Skittles Kittle. But there's absolutely no way I'm trading Gibson for James Cook straight up.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that.
Kyle, exactly. Kyle says, "Oh no, Gibson might end up on a better team." Exactly. I'm like, I'm a Washington fan. Why do we want him to stay here?
I'm just gonna pick him on. No, I definitely agree. I think my concern is that I'm just concerned about Brian Robinson. I see it the complete opposite way. Yeah, maybe it helps Gibson, or maybe it affects him.
Well, obviously it doesn't help him, but I don't think it destroys him.
I don't think it destroys him either, but I think it will. You can take it. I think it will just put him outside of where the expectation, like top 12. Can he still finish top 12? I don't know, but I think he can finish outside top 15. I see him in the 14 to 18 window, which still isn't terrible. Yeah. I'm not saying that like he is done. I just think that like that is a significant drop from being the talent saying, hey, you can be a top 10 running back, but we're actually not going to give you the workload anymore. We're actually going to split your carries. Yeah. So I'm thinking like, why not sell Gibson? If someone believes in Gibson and that he can finish in the top 12 or top 12 to 18, then maybe I will trade for somebody else that I believe can truly finish within the top 10.
Well, see, that's the other thing though. You're not going to be able to do that, but also I've already told you guys how insignificant RB 12 to 24 is. The difference last year in RB finishes, points per game, between RB 12 and RB 24 was around 2 points per game. From RB 12 to RB 20, I think it was like 1.6 points per game. So RB 12 and RB 20 is not all that different. That's why I think like there's this overreaction personally. Like that, I just think there's an overreaction. And again, Badaki, Brian Robinson, like let's be honest, he didn't stand out to you as a prospect. You know what I mean? He didn't stand out to me as a prospect. He's not someone that we were like super excited about coming into the league.
I agree. And I think like just those little things. Yeah. And I agree. Like, what you brought with all those, with a little insight, like it's not that big of a difference. You're right. But I think, the work that Brian Robinson is going to be taking away is pretty significant to a guy like Antonio Gibson with the expectation, like with how talented we believe he is. Like I was saying last year, he can be a top 8, and now like, well, with the talent, it's fine. I'm just saying more like what I'm really trying to say is like I believe in Gibson. I just don't believe that he can be a top 10 guy anymore, which you're right, and I think you're saying that as well. Yeah, and you're right, and he hasn't been, and I think I would just try and mix it up. Like I have someone like Elijah Mitchell higher than Antonio Gibson, where maybe you would have Antonio Gibson higher than Elijah Mitchell, or someone like a Cam Akers, who I believe in. That I don't believe is going to be getting split carry. Same thing with Elijah Mitchell. Like I would try and trade for somebody like that, because in reality they're not too far off. Well, I'm not saying your ranking specifically. I'm just saying like in the fantasy community, the fantasy
that example is a really great example to talk about, because Cam Akers has never been a workhorse running back in LA anyway. He's always shared the carries with someone. Do you know what I mean? So like that's where I'm coming from. I'm like, these guys who are talented, it's not like Cam Akers is going to be a workhorse running back. He's not been that even when he was healthy. So that's where I'm struggling. I'm like, I think the overreaction is just, it's like Gibson is the latest guy to have someone enter his running back room. But Cam's never been a workhorse. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But catching up with the chat.
See what happens.
Jordan says, do you guys still have room in the GOAT Patreon League? Yes, sir. We do have, I think now we have 7 spots in our Juliet League, which we use the NATO alphabet to name our leagues. But the Juliet League currently has 7 spots. So I will paste a link to our Patreon there. It is the Dynasty Gold tier that you need to sign up to. You can choose Best of Both Worlds if you want to play in a redraft league as well. But just make sure that you read the tier entirely and that you ask us any questions before you sign up.
Absolutely.
JGM says it's sad to see people hate on Johnson, assuming Deontay Johnson. Let me just make my pick real quick.
I'll finish. It's sad to see people hate on Johnson for inefficiency while giving guys like Robinson a pass for bad QB play. Don't see how anything is downgrading from Big Ben.
I think the issue there is not, I don't think that, I think that's a different situation because people are more speaking to the style of offense that the Steelers played. I've talked about this before, but Deontay Johnson was a huge beneficiary of Big Ben's lack of ability to throw a ball down the field. Really, it was. Big Ben was not good for Chase Claypool because Chase Claypool's game is very much being a field stretcher, a one-on-one go grab the ball type player. Whereas Deontay Johnson was a huge beneficiary of Big Ben's later, last years of his career where he really was only throwing slant passes and screens. If you ever saw him throw the ball down the field, that's why they didn't do it.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's a combination of Big Ben's age and the offensive line. They couldn't run efficiently. Najee, as good as he was, he only averaged like 3.8 yards per carry or something terrible like that. So when you look at how many times Big Ben threw the ball, I believe he was top 5 in pass attempts because of how little they could really run with that offensive line. And then you look at Deontay's yard per catch. I mean, it's absolutely, there's a correlation there.
Yeah, I definitely hear. I think I like pure targets from Deontay Johnson. I think what's really good for Deontay is that he's still the number 1 wide receiver no matter what on this offense.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I think that's what it sets him apart compared to Chase. I think Chase Claypool benefits obviously with somebody like a Kenny Pickett or Mitch that can throw it down the field. But the downside for Claypool is that George Pickens is now there. Does he split time with George Pickens? Are all 3 of them on the field? What really happens? But yeah, I'm a believer Deontay Johnson. Maybe he doesn't get the hyper target he got before, but maybe he'll be more consistent. Maybe he'll get more yak. Maybe he'll get more, yards per catch or whatever the case may be. But I'm a believer.
He's a good wide receiver. He is a good wide receiver. But again, I don't think he's going to get that kind of target share. And I mean, who was like the most predictable offense in the playoffs this year? It was the Steelers. Like everyone knew what they were going to do because of the personnel that they had. Bring in, new GM, new quarterback. There is absolutely no way that they're running the same offense, guys. The offense absolutely needs to change, and they want it to change. They were so limited with what they could do with Big Ben. Deontay's a great wide receiver, but I don't have him anywhere near my top 12 in Dynasty. I got Damian Harris for a steal in one of our home leagues.
One of your league. Yeah. Rapid, yeah, you did. Oh my gosh, that was stupid.
Yeah.
Rapid talk. Are you guys a fan of Sun? He keeps going at the beginning of the 4th on underdog draft. Yeah, we're really fans. We believe in Cortland Sutton, especially with Russell Wilson. He's produced 2 top 10 wide receivers in Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. And maybe these guys aren't as talented, but Russell Wilson can definitely make these guys fantasy relevant. So we definitely believe in Cortland Sutton moving forward into this year, without a doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
Jamar, let me know. I mean, yeah, if you want B-Rob, we can definitely talk about it. But I think I told you what I want him for, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Kyle says Gibson got sold for the 102 in my league pre-NFL draft. Robinson's hurts, but not enough to put him in the same tier with James Cook. I mean, look, the 102, I think anyone would be dumb to not trade Gibson for the 102 at this point. But yeah, that's unfortunate for the person who did it. 49ers Freak Stomper Says he's still drafting his league, but he has Cup, Debo, T, Higgins, Ken Walker, Josh Jacobs, Kittle, Damian Harris, Matt Stafford, Damian Pierce, Bell, Ronald Jones, and Aaron Rodgers. 27-round draft. Am I effed? No, I think it's a good team.
No, I think
you did well.
Boop, Debo, and T with Ken Walker and JJ and Kittle. You got Matthew Stafford. It's a 1-quarterback league. I think you're chilling right now.
Yeah. It was really bad for James Washington too. That's very true. It was really only good for Deontay. In the red zone though, it was good for Pat Frymuth, to be fair.
Yeah, Pat
really fit that body type to go up and get it.
No doubt about it.
And also Big Ben could throw a lob pass when it was within 10 yards. Drusiv says, remember when they celebrated like they made the playoffs and almost got knocked out due to a Monday night tie? Oh my gosh, I do remember that.
I actually do. Yeah, that's crazy.
Cole says, so the Steelers offense was predictable, but Deontay produced when the D knew what was going to him. So here's the issue though. Like, no one is sitting here saying Deontay Johnson's not a talented wide receiver. What I am saying is that the entire offense benefited him, and I don't think it's going to be like that anymore. He absolutely thrived on targets. I mean, wasn't he like top 5 in target share, if I'm not mistaken, in targets this year? There's no way he repeats the amount of targets he got last year with rookie quarterback, with Mitch Trubisky, with them being able to expand the offense. Where was he in targets? He was tied for second. I will bet, if there is anywhere I could bet this on right now, will he get 169 targets again this year? No, absolutely not. Not in my eyes. But
is that what he got last year though? That is what he got last year. Hey?
Yeah.
I don't think
169 targets.
I mean, yeah, that's hyper target. I mean, let me just double check.
Look, he's going to be good. I just don't think he is a top 12 dynasty wide receiver. And he's very talented. He's a very talented wide receiver. But again, I just think he benefited a ton from the game plan, from what was around him.
Yeah, I think for me, he's definitely in my top. He's up there. I mean, I don't know about you, but he's in my top 20 at least. So he's right on that edge for some people, and some people have him outside the top 20. Some people have him outside the top 25. Just really depends on what you think. But I believe with Deontay, maybe not 169 targets. Maybe what he got in 2020. Yeah. I think 2020 he got like 140, 135 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So I think that's more realistic. I think maybe last year was different, but yeah.
I'm gonna change the clock here to 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Drink My Cola says, I'm a little late to the Deontay discussion, but I don't get the idea what he benefited from Big Ben's arm. He had more deep targets and only one fewer intermediate targets than Claypool. What about his overall targets, guys? He had 169 targets. Claypool had 105, and Claypool played 15 games. So technically, Deontay got 64 more targets all year. That's a pretty significant number.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand where people are coming from. And
I
also don't understand how we are automatically assuming that Mitch Trubisky or Kenny Pickett is going to be able to make fantasy relevant quarterbacks or wide receivers. But definitely respect your takes. Love the conviction. But I don't think Kenny Pickett, at this point of his career as a rookie, we don't even know if he's starting, or Mitch Trubisky, with what we know about him, I'm not sure that they would even be in my top 15 of quarterbacks I want connected to my wide receivers. But I understand people's convictions. Doesn't sound like we're going to agree on this one, and that's okay.
I think I know where this is going to go after you said that. I think people are going to say, well, Mitch Trubisky, maybe he was a bad quarterback, but he hyper-targeted Allen Robinson. He can do that with Deontay Johnson.
Sure, he absolutely can.
He didn't have the targets. He didn't have the talent.
Who else was in Chicago?
Yeah, exactly.
Outside of Allen Robinson.
I think that could be an argument some people would say.
Mitch Trubisky once had a 6-touchdown game. He also had a 4-interception game. But yeah,
Mike
anything
White
is
finished
possible,
QB.
guys.
Mike White finished QB3 once.
Exactly. Anything is possible. That's true.
I actually agree. I still agree with the community. I'm on the
That's
opposite
fine.
side of
That's
Deontay.
completely fine.
Yeah.
I understand
I think he'll
my
definitely be more,
opinion is not the popular opinion, but I think this time next year we'll all be on the same page.
He's believing.
And that is actually okay to have different opinions.
And anything's possible, Drew said.
Anything is possible.
Kyle Pickett is Mac Jones light, my opinion. Yeah, you know.
Was Mac Jones good for fantasy wide receivers last year?
James Cook is going to be RB1. There's no doubt. Daniel Jones, top 5 quarterback.
Oh my God. Anything's possible.
Anything's possible. I believe. All right, let's see who I can take here.
Definitely love the convictions though. Just don't agree, and I'm not going to change my mind. Thought about it a lot.
Change my mind. Deontay is not a top 20 wide receiver.
I didn't say top 20.
No.
I said top 12.
I'm just gonna take a quarterback. I'm saying, have you seen those memes? He was like, changed my mind with a guy with the coffee.
Yeah, I have seen those.
It's actually really, some of them are like really bad, or like really funny, like dark funny.
Yeah, memes, bro. They can be funny sometimes.
Sometimes.
If you guys have yet to drop a like, would mean a lot if you could show us some love. Love all the conversations, the difference of opinions. They're all welcomed.
Yeah.
Kyle say
anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
Kyle
baby.
says Mac Jones was a solid quarterback that made pretty much no fantasy relevant wide receivers. Not a lot of good wide receivers in New England, though. That is very true. That is very true. Looks like Team 11 bailed on us.
Yeah.
All right. Is there any... Let's see. Is there any outliers here on the board?
I think Brandon Cook at the 9.5. I don't know if that's pretty. Usually he goes a lot higher, I feel. I think that's a really good value at 9.5.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
I like that value too.
I feel like he goes like in the 7th usually. Like he goes after Cortland Sutton and all those other, like Allen Robinson at the 8.7 too. Usually, at least in our mock drafts, he's been going a lot higher.
Right.
That's also another surprise, I think. Jameis Winston at the 8.2. That's pretty up there. I think you could have got him later. Maybe I'm wrong. But he did go a late quarterback strategy with Derek Carr and Jameis.
Yeah.
So maybe he wanted to solidify him a little bit earlier.
Okay. Drink My Cola says Trubisky and Pickett are 100% better than Ben was last year. I don't know. Okay. We're not going to agree, but that's okay. I love the difference of opinions. I am personally someone who is of the mindset that Trubisky didn't improve by sitting an entire year. And with Pickett, I mean, if we think Pickett is better than Big Ben, so if Kenny Pickett did what Big Ben did last year, it would be one of the best rookie seasons we've seen in the last decade. I just want to throw that out there. Almost 3,800 yards, 65% completion percentage, 22 touchdowns, and only 10 interceptions. If Kenny Pickett can do that as a rookie, that will truly be one of the best rookie seasons we've seen in the last decade from a quarterback. Outside of Justin Herbert. But it would be in the top 10 for a rookie season from a quarterback. So, you know, what happened to the guys this year who we know are so talented? It took them a while. They struggled. And most of them were not able to produce fantasy relevant quarterbacks. Will Pickett be better soon? Yes. Will he be better as a rookie than Big Ben? I don't know. Will he be able to produce fantasy relevant wide receivers as a rookie? I don't know. It's not the easiest thing for a rookie quarterback to do, but We'll find out. We definitely will find out.
Gosh, I cannot wait until the season starts.
Blaze 101.
Blaze, please.
Honestly.
She's sleeping right now on the sofa.
Yeah.
I'm not. No, it wasn't that. Ella was like, "Why are you yelling at her?" I was like, "Oh, listen."
Dude, honestly.
Somebody said to take Blaze at the 101. I'm gonna name one of my teams Blaze.
Just Blaze?
Exactly, just Blaze. Shout out to Jordan for signing up to our Patreon, man. Thank you so much. It looks like you maybe signed up for the Dynasty League, if I'm not mistaken. But we really appreciate you, man. Make sure you read through everything. We'll be looking out for your deposit as well. And Joshua, we already received your deposit, so
yeah, we'll definitely send out some messages after this.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Steele as well, who signed up last night, as well as Derek Rock, who signed up pretty recently. I think yesterday as well.
Derek Rock and J Rock.
Yeah. Derek Rock, Jay Steele, Joshua Jenner, Jordan. By the way, Jay Steele, we sent you a message over there, so make sure to check that out. Hot take: Mac Jones is better than Mahomes.
Oh,
I feel like this is now where we're just having a go now. Going to name my next cat 101. I love that.
I can go to name my next cat. Hot take, baby. Just Bay Pride of Patterson, New Jersey. Oh, interesting.
Drink My Cola says, I think Ben was bottom 5 in the league last year. If you're talking about efficiency in QBR, yes. But if you're talking about bottom 5 as being a fantasy quarterback that's making relevant wide receivers in fantasy, then no, he was definitely not bottom 5. Bottom 5 in efficiency, yes, I can definitely see where you're coming from. But he was definitely not a bottom 5 quarterback when it came to making fantasy relevant wide receivers. There was definitely a lot of quarterbacks who were much worse at making fantasy relevant wide receivers last year. But I can definitely agree with the efficiency perspective, if that's where we're coming from. But you can be a pretty inefficient quarterback and still make wide receivers relevant in fantasy. We see that all the time. Think about Jameis Winston, threw 30 interceptions, but he also had a top 3 wide receiver in Chris Godwin. So I definitely understand it.
Or Mike Evans? Was it Mike Evans?
No, it was Chris Godwin that year.
Okay. All right. Oh, yes. I remember.
Yeah, that's when he had his breakout.
With the fingers.
Daniel said I'd take Blaze over Jalen Reagor. R.I.P. Jalen. That's a sad one to think about.
Yeah, man. That's just
Come on.
So much hype of him, hey.
Yeah. He looked like a good prospect. He didn't look as good as Justin Jefferson, though.
No, he didn't.
Irv. I was going to maybe take Irv here.
Wandale. I just took Wandale.
Samir White.
Raw, drafting in a Superflex Dynasty League at the moment. At the 902, I have Swift, Etienne, London, Godwin, Jameis, Hawkinson. Need a running back or wide receiver for a flex spot. Option are Elijah Moore, Christian Watson, Mike Williams, Sutton, or Sanders. Yeah, I would definitely go. I would say this in this order: Moore, Sutton. Ooh, actually, that's actually really hard. It's definitely Elijah Moore, Mike Williams, Cortland, Christian Watson, Sanders. That's how I feel. I don't know about Zach.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
That's where I'm going.
Kyle says, still waiting on a fantasy relevant Eagles wide receiver with Hurts. That's true. Drake McCullough says, yeah, that was because of how much they threw the ball. I do think Deontay will have fewer targets total, but not a lower target share. Yeah, I definitely respect your take.
Yeah.
Love the opinions. All right, last round here. Last round. What do we want to do here?
Maybe we just go straight into draft order reveal instead of doing draft grades.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do draft grades today, guys, because we're gonna do the draft order reveal right after this for our India League. Shout out to all those people out there. We have a cool new fun way that we found. I think that would be really awesome. So
Yeah.
stay tuned, because this could be the same thing for if you did sign up for the Juliet League. Stay tuned, and maybe if you guys like this option, or if you want to go back
Yeah,
to
you could do the same thing for you.
Yeah, you definitely can. So let us know. Kenny G, I mean, that's probably the best pick in the draft every single time. No doubt about it. In the 15th round, that is some opportunity. Let me show you even better pick.
No more 2 hats. It's going to be a different, we're going to try something else here.
Yeah.
It'll go a little bit quicker, but I think it'll have a lot more passion.
Do you remember the time Higbee was the top 5 tight end? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I do remember that.
That was just unlucky though.
That was just a situation where everything went his way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
This is the last round of Tigre.
Unlucky for the Higbee owners. Jamar,
Yes.
you always send like these messages. It's just like can you set something like that? He was like,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Every time I get a trade from Jamar, he goes, Jamar just sent you an amazing trade. This thing is gonna self-destruct. This trade is gonna self-destruct in 6 hours. Can you make
Sleeper has a expiring trade offer, and I think the idea of it is for people to look at it quicker or something, or it's just a way for people to send an offer.
I thought he sends that
maybe with urgency time. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought he sends that every single time he creates it. Like he'll just copy and paste it.
He says,
and then
"Yep."
Send it up.
I love it.
I was like, what the hell? I don't know. Well, you're gonna have to write all these names.
We're gonna show people what we're gonna do. By the way, I think everyone drafted pretty well. Like looking across the board, I don't see a team that I'm like, this is a bad team. I think everyone did really, really well in this draft. Okay, so for the first time ever, we are trying the 100-yard dash, and I wonder if this is going to show up. Well, this will show up, right?
You just have to expand it because the top guy is cut off right now.
Okay.
So you might have to change the way it's set up right now.
Here, that should work.
I'm just waiting for it. Yeah, there it is. Just waiting for it. There, that's perfect, mate. Perfect.
Oh, mate. Bloody perfect, mate.
My babe. Perfect, you dog.
All right.
Let's
let everyone know in the India League. Yeah, that's how see, we can't say stuff. Some stuff we can't say.
Apparently, so Ellen's parents went to North Australia, and they went on this crocodile boat that takes you on the thing, and apparently the whole time they were just laughing, just thinking about how it would make fun of the Australian accent and how it would get kicked off that boat.
That's pretty funny.
Because that would have been so disrespectful.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to copy the link and paste it into our India League chat. Now, people can always watch this later if they're not able to be here, but okay, so
instead of
12 teams.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
12 teams.
12 teams. And this is where we put people's names. All right. So I'm going through the league right now. Billy Spriggs. Team 2. It looks like it's J Rock, which is Fantasy Rehab. We'll just put Rehab so we know.
Yeah, Fantasy Rehab. Team 3 is S Steven. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Fire Squids.
Shane.
4.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Oh, it says Anderson.
Sanderson 05. And then you have myself.
Badaki. Noah's Fuego.
Noah's So Fuego.
JC.
Looking for 23 and 24 first. That's funny. Taylor Gang, which is TC34.
I love that.
It's been a long day. Where are you at? 9. Pedro. Hurts to watch. Love to see it.
10.
Jared, which is CD's nuts. That's an actual player's name though, babe. Not like his name is CD Lamb. She just started laughing when I said CD's nuts. It's true though. Ravers and then yourself for team 12.
Okay, so
maybe we should.
We're gonna randomize it though. Don't worry.
We're gonna ask Siri how many times we're gonna randomize it.
We can do that. Sure.
Ask Siri to pick a number between 1 and 12.
Okay, so we'll go here next. Okay, so. Oh, it's not gonna say anything, but there. Siri, pick a number 6 to 10.
Wait, what? 6 to 10? 1 to 12?
Well, I don't want to randomize at one time though. What if she chooses 1? All right, let's do 3 to 10 then.
Like, wait,
Siri, pick a number 3 to 10. All right, so the number is 5. I don't know if people probably can't see that, but we're gonna randomize 5 times. Okay. All right, number 1. You can see it randomizes here. Actually, let me get this. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, so that's 1. You can see here it's gonna randomize. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Gosh, it's so delayed. I don't know why.
So.
Oh my goodness, I'm nervous. Where am I? Hold on.
I'm nervous as well.
But
I'm right here.
Oh no, I'm in the middle of the field.
My guy's looking like CMC right here. Your guy looks like Nick Chubb. All right.
Get him, Chubb. Let's go, baby. Sheesh. Here we go.
Here we go.
You're a bit ahead. You are a bit ahead, so I don't know. Maybe it's good for me to commentate, or you can commentate. I don't know. It's kind of hard.
I'm probably gonna commentate because I'm gonna see it as people will see it. Does that make sense? I'm gonna see it as people on the stream are gonna see it, bro.
Well, I see it in delay, which doesn't make any sense because
I don't know what to tell you.
Anyways, go for it.
If you commentate, you're gonna be commentating like a minute behind what's actually happening on the screen.
Right. Okay, go for it. Just go for it. Doesn't matter.
I wonder if I can share my screen with you or something. No, I can't.
Don't stress.
I can't.
Don't stress. Just go for it.
Okay. Okay, so this is unlock luck adjustment. No, everyone has the same luck. We're gonna stick with their same settings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Start rush in 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody.
Top 8, baby. Top 8.
I want top 6. Give me top 6. I haven't had top 6 yet.
Top 8. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Run, motherfucker! Why is my guy so fucking slow? Oh, okay. Here we go. Billy is in the lead.
Billy's taking it.
Come on, brother. Come on.
I am losing. I am going to be dead last here.
If we ran a 100-yard dash, this is actually where you would be right now.
No, I'm faster than you think, my guy.
Okay. Look at that burst. Look at the acceleration.
That's GG's for me.
It's like Wan'Dale Robinson type burst right there. Calm down, Estee. Calm down. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh my God. Could I finally get a top 6 pick the first time ever? So we got Squid up in the lead here at the top, around the 30-yard line already. Jared and Zach here tied for second place right now. Ravager out of nowhere at the very bottom of the screen with a quick burst. And now we see Pedro. Badaki is still at the back of the pack. Very slow. Taylor Gang also very slow. Not a good start. Looks like Squids has the best chance here of the first overall pick. Oh my goodness, what is going to happen? Billy with the burst. Billy with the burst. J-Rock's coming out of nowhere. There goes Ravers.
I'm left.
Yes.
I'm the 12th.
Finally. Ravers. Who's getting 4th? Jared gets 4th. Noah's 5th. Oh my God, this is painful for Ravers here. This is absolute pain. 7th for him.
Ravers. We can't see Ravers because our faces is covering
Oh
him.
no, my bad. Well, Ravers got 7th.
I got the
Badaki is
pick.
still on the field.
I got the 12th pick, boys.
Badaki is still running.
Oh my goodness. That's the. You know, I think that's
everyone's already finished as well.
I think that's the thing. You know why? Because every time we've done it, the person on this line is always last. Genuinely.
No, that's not true.
We should do another one just to see if that's true.
Okay, we can do another one to see if that's true. And Badaki finally finishes.
We should do another one to see if it's true, out of curiosity.
That's actually hilarious.
So Estee, Billy second, Zach's third, Jared, Noah, Pedro, Ravers, JC, Shane, J-Rock, Taylor Gang, and then I'm at the 12.
I'm going to set the draft order here. Team 1 is Estee, which is Squids.
Estee, Squids, and then Billy.
Wow, I'm still trying to find it. I'm still trying to find
Okay.
Squids.
So funny.
Oh, Fire Squids, right?
The 112 is
Team
available.
2
boys.
is Billy.
112 is available.
Team 2 is Billy. There's Billy. I cannot believe this is the best position I've gotten of any of our off-season leagues. I'm absolutely hyped. For Jared R. Jared CD's nuts, right? CD's nuts.
Jared CD's nuts, yeah.
Number 5, Noah. Number 6, Pedro. Where did
I thought it was a 20-yard dash. That's funny. Traylon Burks on day 1 of OTAs.
That's funny. What am I trying to fill right now? Team 6. Who's Team 6? Pedro. Hurts to watch. Badaki, who's 7?
7 is Ravers.
8.
JC, which is Future First. The second.
Wait, so 7 is Ravers?
7 is Ravers. 8th is JC.
8th is Future First. 9th, Shane.
9th is Shane Anderson.
10th.
Mr. Anderson. J-Rock. Rehab.
Yep.
And 11th is Taylor Gang, which is TC34. And then myself.
My goodness. I mean, I had a great experience there.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I thought it was fun too.
I actually believe it's actually that spot. I'm genuinely not gonna lie. Because the last time we did it,
I don't think it is, but let's see. JC said that was sad AF. To be honest, that was
top 8.
That was really funny. Yeah, top 8's pretty good. That was really funny though, watching your player
not
like
doing anything.
15 seconds on the clock, still doing nothing. All right, that is the official draft order. But you want to see it again?
I just want to see if that's
you want to
true.
see if this person. So it's on the left hash. You want to see if the person on the left hash.
Yeah, if that's like a thing.
Okay, let's find out.
Because if that happens again, then it's rigged. It's been a long day.
I thought that was fun. All right, let's see. You're saying the person on the left hash. This is this guy right here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already not looking like that's true.
Well, we have to wait until it finishes.
Yeah, that's true. But to be fair, literally, like when you started, you were like still here right now. Let's find out. Whoopsie says, I thought I was going to finish 10th, but I got 6th. Don't mind at all. Badaki guy was slow while dash. Whoopsie said I was yelling at my dude. All right, let's see what the guy on the hash does. I mean, right now he's looks like he's doing pretty decent.
He just had a big sprint there. Could just be me then. I'll put some picks on the block there, boys. My first and second are available.
It looks like he's about to get first, Badaki.
Yeah. Oh, holy shit.
The guy on the hash. So it's definitely confirmed randomized.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, yeah. See, the person at the top got first. Wasn't that our 10th or 8th last time? I can't remember.
Yeah, I could have had second.
But yeah, he could have had second, so.
GG's. Well, that's fair. Yeah, 112, 201.
And I think this was my spot, if I'm not mistaken. This guy right here.
Right.
So he got, looks like 10th, 9th that time.
And when is this draft? In 2 weeks. Maybe we should move it up. Should we move it up, boys?
No. Give enough time for everyone to.
We'll give everyone a week and then we'll move it up.
No.
Jokes.
Just so everyone can clear their schedules and there, we'll keep it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But I'm feeling pretty fantastic. I can't lie.
Taylor's like, all right, we're going off the second race. That's funny.
Imagine. Dash guy is Eddie Lacy. I love it. Freak Stomper says, what are you using to grade teams? When you say like to grade teams, do you mean like giving our opinion? Is that what you're asking? I mean, because essentially we just look at the teams and then we give a grade based off of our thoughts of the team construction, of the players that are there, the direction of the team, that kind of stuff. If that makes sense. That was fun. Had a little adrenaline rush there.
No, it was good. I'm still happy with 12. I think I can make a move to 12. You know me, I like the 12 spot. I've been drafting there. I've been drafting there for so long, so I ain't even worried.
I would feel bad for you, but I feel like I've had it just as many times as you, if not more.
Yeah.
It's the unfortunate way. It looks like one of us has to get screwed.
No, once again, I don't even feel like I lost there.
Totally.
It's because like once again, I've drafted from the 12 spot multiple times, and I feel like I have pretty decent teams from those spots.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Proprietary team grading algorithm. Imagine. You know what though? I think Fantasy Pros does that. It's funny. Like every. I don't know. It's interesting. Every time I've ever used their team grade, it's said that I've had like a D team. I've been like, what the heck? That's not true. Anyway, guys, this was really fun. Looks like people are already chatting here.
Yeah, hit me
Jared said, Badaki, you slow as hell.
I know, it's so funny. Everyone's saying my first is available. So is mine. My first is available.
I already got a trade, but it's in a different league.
Swap my 11 for your 12 Badaki. You have 12 too much. Let me take the burden. That's what he said. We could talk about it. Hit me up. I don't know if I want the 11 though. I will give you my first 2 picks if in exchange for something incredible. Help me help you. You know? Ja feel?
Help me help you. Bro, how good was Top Gun, by the way? Have you seen it yet?
No, man, I wanted to see it, and I wanted to go see it the other day, and then Ellen was like, "Oh," and then she was sick. She was like, "Oh, I don't feel well." She was like nauseous. I was like, "Oh, we can." In that movie, I'm assuming is like planes and shit, so it's like back up and down and stuff. And then I was like, "Oh, we should go see Top Gun today." I told her that last night, and she was like, "I don't want to go watch it." I was like, "Oh,
why?
shit."
It's so good.
Zach saying is really good. She doesn't really care for it, to be honest. Maybe I go watch it with her brother or something, or her dad. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it was good. I loved it. Anyway, guys.
That's so funny. That's a good movie, Zootopia. That is funny as hell.
Such a good movie. Yeah. Hey, if you guys haven't dropped a like yet, we're 2 likes away from 50. Would appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. Thanks for all the love. Thanks for the support. On the live stream. I hope everyone enjoyed that new way that we did things. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, no, I thought it was great. I think it's really good. Hit me up, people. We got some cool videos coming out, cool content. And shout out to everyone that signed up for those leagues already today.
Yes,
we had a couple people sign up.
We'll send you guys some information here soon.
So be on the lookout for that. Make sure if you're still here, make sure you try to connect your Discord to your Patreon.
That's huge.
That is the biggest thing. If there's anything we want you to do, just sign up or connect your Discord to your Patreon.
Yeah.
And then we can send you a message there. Other than that, I think we should be all good to go.
All right, guys. We got a redraft mock tomorrow, a rookie mock tomorrow. So we'll see you then. Have a good rest of your night. Peace.
All loves.